Hey everyone, this is Demari. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And today I'm going to be doing the Shadow Work Tarot reading for the sign of Aries. Now, doing it a little bit differently this time. I'm trying to make it a little bit shorter and more to the point. Because yeah, I'm aware that my videos tend to be very long. So do let me know your thoughts afterwards if you enjoyed it being more snappy and precise, or if you prefer the longer readings. So just to let you know, I'll be using the Dark Mirror Oracle deck. Ooh, let's see if I can get it without dropping it. The Dark Mirror Oracle deck, using the Wild Online Tarot to get more information and insight, and then clarifying with the intuitive as always. So let's get stuck in then. So let's see what's being revealed to you at this time, particularly because I'm doing this at the time of our last full moon of the year. So what is it that Aries shadow self is trying to reveal at this time? One needs addressing, one needs healing. So the first one is downcast pride. Interesting. And masquerade. Alright. So Aries, this is an interesting combination. This very much has to speak of your ego is kind of hiding its hurt behind a mask of not narcissism. I don't want to say narcissism because that's not right. But it's kind of like this, you know, this prideful kind of shallow energy. So I feel like you're in a space where your pride has been bruised a little bit, and there is a little bit of resentment there. So what you're doing is you're kind of projecting this larger than life persona at this time, because you're trying to hide the pain and this rejection or this feeling of not being good enough, or not reaching your goal, not obtaining a dream, not matching up to your own expectations, not obtaining what it is that you want in life. There is some aspect of your life or yourself that you're a little bit insecure about, so you're projecting this egotistical character to mask how you're truly feeling, because beneath that there is bitterness, there is resentment, there is even maybe some anger, because you feel like you've been cheated in some way, that life hasn't given you what you deserve, that that you're above all of what you see in your environment at this time. It's like, I'm more than this, why am I not getting this, I deserve this, I deserve that. It's that kind of energy here. That's what I'm feeling. And then with masquerade as well. So I feel like you know that you're very appealing, even though you have this energy behind you. On the surface, you're very easy on the eyes, you're very attractive, you're very alluring. You have that passion about you, being Aries, fire sign, okay? You draw people in with your charisma, with your charm. So it's not that you have a problem attracting love interest. It's not that you have a problem with getting what you want on that level. It's more of a case of, you know, you see his expression here. He's not happy, even though he can get all this attraction, even though you can, you know, lure people in and have these fleeting connections. It's the depth that is lacking at this time. And you're feeling that. That's what's causing this kind of feeling of bitterness, right? You feel like you're not obtaining what it is that you deserve. And you feel like you deserve more than just that. But you're kind of going with that energy for now. So you may be dating, if you're currently single, you may be dating several people, having one night stands, being very flirtatious, because you're getting a lot of energy, you're getting a lot of interest, right, at this time. But you're feeling that lack of emotional depth, you're feeling that lack of a soul connection with someone. And you may be feeling like that's calling to you more, because you feel like, you know, at this time you're on the precipice of really crossing over into a new perception of self, into a new awareness, into becoming what it is that you've been wanting to build towards. But right now you're kind of in that in-between phase, and that's why right now you're connecting with those that are either in that same place with you, or also kind of that are just operating on a lower frequency than you are moving towards, or what you would like to attract. That's what I feel. So you're kind of like, okay, this will do for now, but this will not sustain me, this will not make me happy in the long run, this is just a fleeting thing, so whatever. But you're looking for something more, is what I'm getting from this. And you're wanting something more for yourself, not just in terms of relationships, but in all areas of your life. I get this feeling of, I want more, I deserve more than this, right? So let's see what the tarot has to say in relation to these energies this time, Aries. So, okay, straight off the bat we have the Tower here. So something is being deconstructed, and I feel like that's mostly yourself at this time, Aries. You're being deconstructed. And then the mask is shattering. Wow, okay. But more than that, I feel like it's not that your mask is just cracking or falling off because you can't hide how you're feeling. I feel like you're the one that's actually destroying it and throwing it to the ground, to be honest with you. But we'll go into that. So yeah, to begin with, the Tower. You are feeling this need for more, this thirst for depth, you know, for something with more meaning, something that provokes more than just a casual interest, right? This need for meeting of minds, of hearts, of souls, right? And I feel like that's what you feel like you're lacking at this time. So that's really why you're just kind of throwing this mask down. You're done, you know, you're just finished with the ball, man. You know, this is you attending the ball and just being like, you know what, fuck it, like I just want to grab my keys and go home, pretty much. And yeah, I feel like that's what you're doing right now with the Tower. You're just saying, you know what, I'm done with this party. I'm leaving. I'm going home because there's nothing here for me. You know, that's what I get from this. You also have the Seven of Swords in reverse, so it's revealing that what it is that you was hiding at this time in regards to how you feel, what it is that you want, you're not hiding it anymore. You're just wanting to be open about it. You're just wanting to move towards that, because you know that by pretending something is what it's not actually doing you any good. So you're just kind of saying, fuck it, like this is how I feel, this is what I want, so I'm just gonna go after it. I don't care, you know, because I'm not doing this shit anymore. It doesn't make me happy, right? So you have the Eight of Wands in reverse as well. So yeah, I mean, you know that there's so many pathways that you can explore, but none of them kind of make sense at this time. You feel like you have a plan and you're moving towards a goal, but you know, you don't see the path, you don't see where it lies, where it's leading to, and you don't see, you know, beyond the now at this time, I feel. So you feel like you can't really believe in anything solid because you don't feel like anything is solid at this time. You're just kind of going with the wind a little bit here. And then you also have the Death in reverse under the Tower. So yeah, I mean, this is part of your making, okay? What you're going through right now, the undoing, is part of your making. So you having these realizations of, okay, this is not what I want, this is not aligned with what I'm looking for, so I'm just walking away. It's part of this process, because like I said, for many of you, particularly Aries, you've been undergoing a massive transformation over the last few months. It's been going on for some time now. So this is another lesson, this is another part of that journey of realizing what it is that you want and what you don't want, what you want to attract and what you don't want to attract into your life. You know, so you're starting to reconsider some of your connections, you're reconsidering how you go about certain things. You're reconsidering what it is that you feel makes sense in your life, what it is that belongs in your life, and some of your, some of your old habits, old ways of doing things are starting to change. So in regards to the next card, you have the Six of Swords in reverse. So you're like, okay, I need to address this shit before I really think about moving forward towards something that it is that I actually want. Because I know that there's more for me out there than what I'm currently experiencing and having in my life. But I need to be really clear on what it is that I want. I need to set clear boundaries. I need to be honest with those I'm connecting with. I need to just tell them straight that, listen, this is not what I want. What I really want is to travel, is to build a career, is to be with such and such, or to spend more time with my family, or whatever it is, work on my passion. You're having to be honest with those that you've been connecting with, that the way of doing things that you have at the moment, the way you're going about things at the moment, isn't fulfilling you. So you may be cutting off some connections in order to move towards a new connection, or revisiting an old one. It could be either way. And you have here the Two of Cups as well. So I think there may be, because this is under the Eight of Wands in reverse, there may be some real uncertainty over who it is that you want this connection with. You know what kind of connection you want. And this doesn't have to necessarily even be in a romantic sense, but in terms of friendship, people you'd call your family even. You know what it is that you want, but you might not necessarily be sure who you can have that with. So you may be exploring those options at this time, but you're realizing that those you've been connecting with recently are not going to bring you towards this energy, or you cannot have this with in the way you wish to. So that's why you haven't moved towards that with anyone as of yet. But there may be someone in particular that you're considering, or there may be someone that you're trying to connect with, or there may be someone that you're trying to move away from. Just putting it out there, we'll see. So let's clarify then, shall we? Okay, straight off the bat, so the Tower, you've got, okay, Ace of Swords and the Page of Cups. So you've had this real harsh realization that I need to speak up about my true feelings on this. As I said, you may be connecting with people that doesn't make you want to offer this new beginning, this relationship, this something more other than, casual encounters or whatever. So you're having to be honest that you cannot give these people that, okay? There may be someone in particular that's wanting that beginning with you, and you're just like, I'm sorry, I just don't feel it, I don't see it happening. Or there may be someone that you've connected with and you realize that actually I could offer this. Maybe I can take a chance on this connection. I don't want it to be casual anymore. I want to move into something solid. So it could be that. It may be that you've already found this connection, and like I said, you're now considering, making that gesture. It could go either way, so just take it however it applies. So let's clarify then the Seven of Swords, because again, there's something that's coming out, so it could be that you're revealing to a specific someone that actually I want something solid. I want to create, I want a relationship with you. I want to try it. Or it could be that you're just reconnecting with a friend, or you may have made a new friend and be like, listen, honestly, I see you as like my family. I want you to know that, I have your back, and I'm really glad we met. Or it could be a case of you're reconnecting with a family member that you haven't seen for many years, and you're trying to show them that that connection means something to you. So just take it however it resonates. So to clarify the Seven of Swords, you have the World card and the Ten of Wands in reverse. Okay, so I think it's being revealed to you this time that something is not over. Something needs to be revisited from the past. in order to gain the closure needed so you can move forward. I think part of the reason you're in this energy is because there wasn't that closure. There's some unfinished business here in regards to a connection, and you're still tied energetically to this person, so you need to get that closure so that you can move forward. So it may be that you're trying to reconnect with, you will be reconnecting with someone from the past in order to reach out and say that you want a new beginning with them, or it could be that you're trying to reach out in order to share your feelings so that you can finally gain the closure that you need on the matter, so you can leave that in the past and move forward. It's either one, I feel like, but this is, you're revisiting a connection from the past. As I said, it could easily be a family member that you've been distant from for some time, and you're finally having the opportunity to come back together and bridge that connection that was lost. It could be a friend, you know, a very close friend that you haven't seen for years, and you can finally bridge that connection. And it may have been, you know, particularly if you had a falling out with a family member or a friend, there may be some things that were left unsaid or that were unresolved, and that you really want to gain closure on that, gain the answers for the questions you never got to ask, so that you can finally put those concerns to bed and just focus on rebuilding the relationship, right? Same applies if it's, you know, an ex-partner, right? There may be some things that you want to ask or you want to address so that you can close the chapter and move forward, or that you can look at maybe starting afresh with this person. It can apply in so many different ways, so you have to just take it if it resonates with your situation, how it does. So to clarify then, the Eight of Wands in reverse here. Okay, you have, interesting, the High Priestess in reverse, Strength card, and the Magician in reverse. So that's a really interesting combination. So yeah, right now I feel like you do feel very lost, that you don't know what it is exactly, that you know what it is that you want, but you don't know where you should look, where you will look, with who, you know, like the details is what's lost on you right now. You know, you have a vague concept of what it is that you want and what you're looking for, but you don't know the finer details. You can't refine it, you can't envision it, and that's what's preventing you from manifesting it. So that's what you need to look at. You need to try and get it very clear in your mind's eye what it is that you want, and then you'll be able to do the work in order to manifest it. You know, we got Leo's energy here, so it could be that you have Leo in your chart as well. You could be, you know, you could have a lot of fire in your chart. It could be that you're dealing with a fire sign, another fire sign that is possibly a Leo. Or it could just simply be the fact that this is what it takes at this time. You know, it takes a lot of courage to walk away from this energy, okay? From this here, and moving towards something more, right? Especially if you're having to reach out to someone from the past, particularly if it wasn't left on good terms. It's going to take a hell of a lot of energy. It's going to take a lot of strength. It's going to take a lot of you know, casting aside your ego, right, your pride, in order to bridge this connection, right? So it makes sense that that comes up there, because that's the thing you're kind of battling with. It's like your pride is telling you, like, no, okay, I'm not going to communicate with them, I'm not going to reach out. But then the other part of you is like, but I want to so badly, like I'm not happy, this is not what I want, right? So it's that inner conflict between your ego saying, no, don't you do it, you know, you're not doing that for anybody, and, you know, your feelings being like, I actually really want to reach out to this person. So yeah, that's that's the internal dilemma there, Leo. Aries, I'm not gonna lie to you, and no one can tell you what to do either. Only you know what's the right course of action for your situation. But don't let your pride get in the way of going after what it is that you actually want. That's the only advice I'll give you there. But in relation to your, in relation to the Death card in reverse here, you have the Eight of Cups and the King of Swords in reverse. So you are moving away from something. You're coming away from this energy, I feel, of, you know, just kind of entertaining in small time, kind of, you know, carnal pleasures, shall we say. You know, one night stands, casual dating, you know, being around fickle friends that are only in it for good times, you know, just, you know, YOLO kind of culture. I feel like you're moving away from that. You're kind of sick of it already, and you really want to think about what it is that you want. So you're going inward. You're kind of moving away from the social spotlight and taking some time to yourself to really think about what it is that you want and how you can accomplish it. You know, like I said, envisioning what it looks like so that you can try to manifest it into your life and take the necessary actions. Because right now, I think the reason you've got the King of Swords in reverse, which is air energy, so you could have air in your chart, possibly not. You're in this space right now because until you know exactly how it looks and how it would feel and how you envision it, it's impossible to act upon it. You know, you can't go in guns blazing towards what you want if it's not clear in your mind what it is you want. You know, you just have a vague concept of what that is, but it's not solidified in your mind yet. So that's what you're going to need to do. Okay, so let's clarify then the Six of Swords in reverse here. Ooh, straight off the bat. So you have the Moon card in reverse. I love how the Moon card keeps coming out in these readings. It's so just like poignant. You have the Tower in reverse, interesting, and the Hierophant in reverse. Gosh, that is heavy energy, Aries, I'm not gonna lie. You know, major arcana going on there. So, okay, as I said, you're trying to move towards something. You want a brighter future, but you can't move towards something until it's clear in your mind what it is that you want. Because right now, whatever it is, it's not fulfilling you at this time, what you're gravitating towards at this time, or what you have surrounding you. You're wanting to move forward, but until you do that, you have to have it solidified in your mind. But I feel like something's going to come to your awareness now. Something's going to hit you like a ton of bricks, and you're going to realize that actually what was broken is not beyond repair. That's what I feel here. That there's work that can be done in order to heal this connection, in order to rebuild a new foundation, right? And that you don't have to be reliant on somebody else to take action or to, you know, be the catalyst in this change. That actually it's up to you. You know, the ball's in your court. You have the power to change this if you're just daring and brave enough to go after it, right? Because it does potentially mean putting yourself out there. It means casting your pride to the side, particularly if you, like I said, you had an argument with this person. You know, if this is someone you're dealing with from the past, a family member, a friend, an ex-partner, you know, or even possibly a colleague or a co-worker or a business partner, you're having to put that aside so that you can work on things, so you can bridge this connection, so you can rebuild what was broken, right? So let's clarify the Two of Cups here. Yeah, because you had as well the yeah, you had the Moon come up twice as well. So you could be dealing with a water sign, but I see Leo here as well, just to let you know. You have Scorpio there with the Death card. So, yeah, interesting either way. But just to let you know, with the Two of Cups here, you have the Page of Swords and the Knight of Cups in reverse. So you know you're going to have to reach out to this person, but you're not rushing to put everything on offer, because you have the page of you have the page of cups here in the upright, but the Knight of Cups is in reverse in the position of your Two of Cups here. So I feel like you're not willing to go all in. You will hold back, but you are willing to make I feel like a romantic gesture, you know, some kind of like love offering to a partner, ex-partner. In the case of a family member, I feel like you are willing to extend and show them that you love this person and that you care about them, but you're not willing to just throw yourself in the deep end and do all the work. Yes, I feel like you are going to communicate, but you're going to do it step by step. You know, you're only going to extend your hand so far. You're not going all in, is what I'm feeling, because again, you're still kind of battling your own pride. Your pride will not allow you to go into this energy, okay? So you're kind of just taking it more cool, calm and collected, but still showing how you feel about the matter. So I hope that makes sense, Aries. This is kind of like very mixed, this reading. The energy is very mixed, because it's like I want to extend, but I don't, you know. But I feel like you are going to. It's going to be done in a very controlled manner. And you're going to try and communicate clearly, but you're not going to give it all up in the first instance. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, I mean, even just taking those steps will help you to get out of this space of just feeling unfulfilled. So do take the initiative if you feel like that's right for your situation. And yeah, just see how things go. So I hope this reading was helpful for you. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, we'll see what happens in your next reading. So take care for now.